Hello, YouTube. So today I am 5 weeks and 5 days post-op from a mommy makeover, which includes, and I am adding more like words as I talk to other people and they're like, oh, I didn't just have a tummy tuck, I had extended tummy tuck. So my intro changes a little bit and that's why. So 5 weeks hair, 5 weeks, 5 days post-op from a mommy makeover, which includes an extended tummy tuck, liposuction, fat transfer to the tops of my breasts and my booty cakes, breast lift, breast augmentation, and having galaflex put in. So in this video, I'm just going to talk to you about where I'm at in recovery, what I've been doing, and we'll see where it goes because I just feel I have a lot of anxiety right now and like a lot of stress. And so when I do that, or when I have a lot of anxiety and stress, like my brain is like, and so it goes in too many directions and I can't focus and I have a hard time. So we're going to see where this video takes us. But that's why I have not been making videos. The last one I made, I think, was Saturday and today is Wednesday. And it's frustrating for me because I want to document this process. I want to document this recovery. But the last video I made, I had a hell of a time editing it. I spent way too long trying to edit the damn thing on my phone, and it kept duplicating, so it took like a 21-minute video and ended up making like an hour and 7 minutes, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, it just kept adding bits and pieces to it. And then every time I made an edit to it, like every time I did a trim or a cut, I basically had to save the video, it would render it, I have to import it again, add another cut. And like, I don't do a lot of editing to my videos, in case you haven't noticed. But it was enough that I was super frustrated with it. And then when I went to upload it, it took hours and hours. And I think it took maybe 10 hours to upload the freaking video to YouTube. Granted, it was 3 gigs, but like, that's out of control. That frustrated me as well. And it's like, okay, so this process that, 15, 12, that one was like a 20 or 21 minute video. Like, I feel like it should not take 3 or 4 days to get that crap posted. And so, obviously I was frustrated with it. So I'm like, well, fine, you're not going to work right then. I'm just not going to do it. Like, well, that doesn't help anybody, including myself. So I kind of need to strategize and come up with a better methodology, one, for making these videos, because the size of the videos is eating up the space on my phone. And I have a Pixel 4 XL and I have like gobs and gobs and gobs of cloud storage. And I'm eating it all up. And so I've got to work on that. And then plus, like, using my phone, the problem is if I'm uploading something, like, it's convenient because I can take my phone with me, but then I'm switching from my Wi-Fi to my data, which I've unlimited data, so does it really matter? Kind of, right? Because they start throttling you after you use so much data. And then plus I try not to use my phone while it's happening. I try to keep it plugged in while it's uploading to YouTube, even though I have like rapid chargers and super high watt chargers, whatever, it still eats up a lot of juice when it's uploading to YouTube. So I found a good camera that I was like, oh, I'm gonna buy this camera. It was on sale. I mean, like, it was down to $329 and it's usually like a $500 camera, $450 camera. I wasn't gonna have to pay tax on it because it was gonna go through a tax-free website that I have access to because I'm a veteran. And so it was like 11:45 and I'm laying in bed last night and I was like, oh, I gotta buy that camera. So I sit up, I start buying it, and something's wrong. Like, it won't process my credit card. And I was like, fuck, shit, fuck. So I like run in the kitchen and I like go get my purse and I'm digging through and I find my card and I go to input it and it's wrong and I input it again and it's 12:03 and the price has gone up like $150. And so I missed out on the opportunity. And I'm the type of person, though, that sees it as there's a reason I missed out on that. And so I'm not going to get too mad or too upset about it. Like, something else is going to fall into my lap. Something else is going to come my way. So I'm currently frustrated with, I love my Pixel Book, right? But I hate that my Pixel Book is limited as in regards to, like, it's like a mobile device versus being a Windows-based device. So one of my gigantic stressors right now, like, obviously I've told you guys my house sucks. Like, look at these closet doors. These are hideous. my kitchen really needs to get redone, like desperately needs to get redone. And I've been reorganizing it, and it's like trying to like reorganize a mud pile, right? Like you put some junk here and it kind of slides over here. It's just a mess. I'm not enjoying my kitchen. So I'm like, okay, what's the cheapest way I can do this? IKEA. And so IKEA has a kitchen planner. So I go to get on there with my Pixelbook. Nope, can't do it. I attempt to use my work laptop while it's not connected to VPN during non-work hours. For whatever reason, it won't load. Those laptops are so locked down that they're fairly useless. So I'm searching for laptops, and like I found a couple of good ones. I don't want to pay $1,000 for a laptop. I just don't want to do it. That's so much money. And so I found some that are, you know, $600 plus tax, so about $700. And then it's like, that's a lot of money too. $700 is a lot of money. And so I know I need a laptop for nursing school. I know I need a laptop to be able to do things like edit these videos without getting super mega frustrated over having to do it on like, you know, this tiny screen and being like, oh God, I got old people eyes. What am I doing? And so I'm gonna have to bite the bullet and suck it up and buy an appropriate laptop with appropriate software and appropriate computing power, and just kind of get the F over myself. So still gotta work on the how I'm gonna film thing. I really thought that camera was gonna be a great solution. It's got a flip up, reverse LCD screen, so I could have just put it on the tripod, flipped it up, and been like, I'm good to go. But it didn't work out. So it is what it is, pretty much. Today is 1 week since I got my hair dyed. Still not getting it wet. Like I try to go 2 weeks afterwards so the color can like really get in there and penetrate and saturate. But I have not been brushing it. I have not been flat ironing it. I've pretty much just been sleeping and waking up, and this is where my hair is at. So it's not terrible. Could be a little better, but you know, I mean, this is you can't, it's very humid where I live, right? And so it's gotten rained on a little bit. But you can't fight the curl when your hair is as curly as mine. So, but I'm happy with my hair. Like, I think I've told you guys that a billion times. Like, I love my hair. So we're good to go on that one. So 5 weeks, 5 days post-op. I've been spending some time chatting with people on Reddit from plastic surgery, subreddit. And it's really interesting hearing about the differences in plastic surgeons and techniques. And so one of the things I need to prioritize is making a video about my recovery process and all the things that I was told to do versus what other people have been told to do for their recovery. So like an example of that would be that some women are told to massage their breast after they get implants. And I was told, don't massage my breast because I had a lift. And so we want those incisions to heal. Well, I ran across somebody the other day that she too had a lift, but she was told to start massaging her breast. And she is not nearly as far out as I am. In fact, I think she might be 2 weeks out. That depends on what the date is. I have no idea what the date is today, which is not unusual. I usually don't. And she was told to start massaging. And I was like, holy crap, like I can't imagine having to massage my boobs at 2 weeks out. They were like burny, fire, hurty all the time. And so, yikes. But anyway, so back to where I'm at. So we'll talk about my boobs first, right? Yesterday, 2 days ago, I was putting on scar gel. And when I was putting on scar gel, a scab came off, but the scab looked weird. Like it kind of looked like draggy and extended. And I was like, that's bizarro. So I pick it up and I look at it, because usually I just wipe them off on like a little piece of gauze or whatever. And so I look at it, and it's like a scab wrapped up in sutures. And I was like, oh, the sutures came out. Okay, which is fine, right? Like when you have superficial sutures, your body does what they call spitting sutures. And so they'll come out usually through the incision lines. And they're the ones that are, like I said, they're more superficial sutures. They're not the ones like deep in my abdomen holding my guts together. And there's layers and layers and layers of sutures. So like, unless you're spitting out hundreds of sutures, it's not really a big deal. And these were like super soft ones. So I think these were actually really like superficial sutures. Or the other theory that I had is that they were sutures that were external. And when he clipped them, he just didn't pull out the bits because they are dissolvable. And so it didn't really matter. But anyway, so this piece comes out and I was like, that's weird. And I had noticed like, you know, my boobs are real peely, just like my tummy tuck incision was. So they're real peely and flaky, and like there were some scabs in there. So it was kind of hard to see what was going on. Plus, I'm farsighted. It's very difficult for me to see up close, even with glasses on. And so it's like this, what's going on down there? Like you can't, they don't flip up, so I can't see the underside. Like, I can use my phone to take a picture, I can use a mirror and look at them, or I can use a 16-year-old child to look at them. So I was like, come here, kid. And I had her look at my boobs, and I was like, look at this, look at this, look at this, look at this. What are these sutures? And she's looking at them. She's like, yep, those are sutures. And then I had one poking out this vertical incision. I had one poking out that was kind of long. So I was like, all right, so when I take a shower tomorrow, and this was yesterday, so this was 5 weeks, 4 days, I said, can you get some tweezers and like see if we can gently pull out the sutures, because they may or may not have been connected. And so what we did yesterday is I just like laid down and turned the light from the camera on, and she got some clean tweezers, and she checked all of the sutures first to see if she could see where they start and finish. And so and that's why I think that they were external sutures and never internal sutures. But she probably pulled out, I don't know, 5 or 6. And then the one long one I had in the bottom, she pulled that one out too. So now I don't have any sutures poking out. I think I have one itty bitty teeny tiny scab left on my left breast, like a pinpoint scab from where there was a suture. My breasts were burning after she pulled those sutures, but think about it, right? She pulled thread through my flesh. Like, of course it's going to be a little burny. By the end of the day, yesterday, they stopped burning. They are no longer itching like they were. There were a few days there that they itched so bad. And I think I talked about that in my last video. Like, whew, they were so itchy. So scar gel, and then I'm using something called booby butter and putting that on my boobs to keep them like moisturized and nice and soft so that they're not so itchy. Still flaky, but not so itchy. So that's relief that that's, you know, like that. As far as my abdomen, oh, y'all can't see. You could when I had it in camera mode, but not video mode. As far as my abdomen goes, my abs are so tender. Like, all the time, they're tender. Yesterday was, let's see, appointment 8 for Endermologie, and man, she worked my abdomen. Got in there with that little vacuum suction torture device and really worked it out. And so my abs are super sore. Although when she got close to like the end of my incision, I mean, I came up off the table. I was like, because it was really tender. Like, the flesh was tender. It doesn't feel tender pushing on it, but apparently when you vacuum it, it feels super duper tender. So she really got in my back too. Of course, my back's still swollen. I swear my back's going to be swollen every day for the rest of my life. I know it'll go away, and it's tender, right? Like, if I push back here, it's very tender. One thing that's pretty cool, well, so my arms, my boobs, like when I stretch like this, I can feel a little bit of pull in my vertical incisions. I can't really tell if the areolas are pulling. I've got most of my vertical stretch back, but again, I can feel a little bit of pull in my incisions, but it's not bad. Lifting heavy things, like, I'm a wimp, right? You see these arms, this is mostly skin. There's no muscle in here. So I can't lift heavy things to begin with, but now, like, I can fill up the water pitcher in the fridge. Speaking of, I need to do that. I can fill up the water pitcher, pick it up out of the sink, take it, and put it away. Yesterday I picked up a stack of mixing bowls. It's probably 6, 7, 8 bowls, and I was able to put it in like the medium level cabinet, which is the shelf in the cabinet, which is the second one that I can reach. I can't reach at the top, and put it up there without a problem. I didn't feel my muscles flexing over my implants, which was cool. So I feel like that's a huge win and progress, that I'm not having that pain. I'm not having that weird flexing sensation that I was having. And like I said, the vertical reach feels a little stretchy, but it's not painful. So that's cool. Let's see, abdomen. Oh, another thing that's cool with my abs is that I feel like I was laying in bed, and so I have a robot vacuum cleaner because I've had one for, I don't know, a decade, 8, 9 years, something like that. Like, I have 2 dogs and they shed, and I can't stand it. And I'm not sweeping every day. Like, I'm way too lazy for that. And so I got a robot vacuum cleaner, and that sucker. So I have the adjustable bed frame, and that robot gets underneath my bed, and it gets hooked on the electrical cable that connects my bed to the power supply, and it yanks it out until my bed gets stuck in the position that it's in, unless I like climb under my bed and fish out that cable, and it's really annoying, and I wish I wouldn't do that. So eventually I'll figure something out, like I'll have to zip tie it in place or something. And so, but until I get to that point, which I probably should have gotten to that point when I set the bed up, my bed is like in a mostly flat position because I have been sleeping flat or on my left or right side, which is fantastic. I can sleep on my sides with a tiny, tiny, tiny bit of discomfort where it kind of pushes on my implant. Tiniest bit of discomfort. Don't care. Totally worth it to be able to sleep on my sides again. And so laying mostly flat, and I needed to sit up earlier, and I just sat up, right? I didn't use my arms. I just used my core strength, my abdominal muscles, and sat up. And I could feel that flex, and I was like, oh, cool. I can use my abs again. I can use my abs to sit myself up. So I was really excited about that and having that ability back. My tummy tuck incision, I've got 4 itty bitty scabs on there. They're not, they're maybe an inch at the most. One might be like an inch, little break, and another inch. So the big scab I had on my left hip where my hip kept opening. I was in the shower yesterday washing it because I wash it every single day. And that big ass scab came off in my hand. I'm like, it's so disgusting to me. So that scab came off. So now there's an indentation though where that scab was at. But it's very, very tender right there. And so I have on my coming home from the hospital garment. It's like when you have a baby and they have their coming home from the hospital outfit. Like this is my coming home, minus this bra, but my coming home from the hospital garment. And so, man, this thing has been like pulling on that skin though. And plus I've been swollen because I keep eating way too much sodium. And I am somewhere in my cycle, I think right before I have my period, which I don't have a uterus because I had a hysterectomy, so I can't actually have a period. But because I want to eat all the things. Like I made chocolate Oreo chaffles yesterday. Oh my God, they were so good. Anyway, so I keep eating the things, so I keep being swollen. And so my garment was like pulling on that tender skin. And so I keep like yanking at my garment and readjusting it. And it's double layered, but I can access both layers where that hole is at. So I'm like yanking one layer up and pushing one layer down and moving it sideways. And it's kind of annoying, especially because it keeps kind of pulling on that skin that's super tender. So I don't know what to do about that. I don't know when that'll go away and why it's so tender. I'm wondering, because that scab surely was ready to come off because I'm trying to finger it right now. Yeah, there it is. Because I mean, I was just, washing normal, like not aggressively, and it just fell off. So, but like one of the scab that I had pointed out at one point that had come off because I pulled my garment up and down over and over and it got caught and yanked off, that formed a secondary scab. And so I'm wondering if this left hip is going to form a secondary scab or if it's just going to be like that thick, gnarly skin that I get. So we'll see, left to be seen. I have no idea what's going to happen there, but I am supposed to be going tubing for July 4th weekend, but I cannot get in a river, even when it's a lovely spring-fed river, until all of my scabbing is gone. And so I really need this scabbing to come off. Obviously I'm not going to pick it. I'm not going to do anything to make it come off. I just really would like for it to come off sooner than later by itself. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed for that. I have another week. But if it comes down to it and I can't go tubing, I can't. That river will always be there. The opportunity to go tubing will always be there. But the opportunity to heal correctly from this surgery is a one-shot kind of deal. So we're going to hang on to that. What else? So some of the things that have been causing me anxiety, my kitchen, right? So like I'm trying to do the IKEA kitchen planner. I don't have a computer that will load this stupid freaking thing. And I really need the kitchen planner's help because I'm really neurotic and I just need to see how it's going to look and how it's going to turn out. And it will give me an estimated cost, which is fantastic because I need to see if this is reasonable or affordable in the slightest. And if I can do uppers for my cabinets or if I just need to buy some wood and stain it and buy some piping and figure it out. I don't love the open cabinet look, but I have so few upper level cabinets that I don't really think it's going to be a big deal to put uppers or to not put uppers, to have open shelves, because I would put some of the good stuff I have, like plates and cups, and because I have a cool pint glass collection, and then I have a lot of Polish pottery from when I lived in Germany, so I'd put that stuff out and then hide everything else because I am not a big fan of clutter, even though my house is full of clutter. But I did start cleaning the back bedrooms yesterday. My daughter and I went in there and threw some crap away and reorganized some stuff and put some stuff out in her room that need to be put in. So I'm hoping we'll get a little bit more of that done today. And that'll help alleviate some of my anxiety. And I'm hoping maybe I will get it together and buy a laptop. Although I keep saying, oh, I can put it off. I don't need a laptop yet. I don't know. This brain of mine, man, it's a pain in my ass. So, all right. So we're at just over 20 minutes. I'm going to cut this off. Hopefully I will make some more videos really soon. Hopefully this one does not frustrate me with getting it uploaded to YouTube. It won't be a huge pain in my ass. And more to come. Y'all have a fantastic day. Oh, like my video, subscribe to my channel, and leave comments if you have them. And my Instagram is fatgirlgoneslim79. I haven't really been posting pictures on there other than some beautiful lilies that I have. Why? Because everything is like, blah, blah, blah. And like I said, I have a hard time concentrating or getting anything in order when my life is like that, when my brain is like that, and it's big time like that right now. So, like video, comments, subscribe to my channel. Instagram is fatgirlgoneslim79. Y'all have a wonderful, lovely, beautiful day. It's hump day. Bye.